Hey, B96 Chicago. It's your girl Carla from Oak and Carla Mornings, and we are here with Luis FONSI. How are you?
Hola, what's up, everybody? Happy to be here. Thank you.
Oh, we're so happy that you're here. You are celebrating Los 25 Años tour,
Yes,
25 years of many successes. What do you think you're most proud of that you've done over the last 25 years?
that I'm still having fun 25 years in. I think just that the journey has been just really just so much fun. It's flown by. It doesn't feel like 25 years. It feels like I started a few years ago, and I'm still sort of in that mode where I learn something new every day, and now that I get to look back and celebrate this 25-year anniversary, that's when I realized, wow, it's been a fun ride. I've gotten to visit really special places. I've gotten to collaborate with amazing artists. I've gotten to be a part of special songs along the way. Sometimes you're in it, and the wheels are
Blurry
turning,
a little bit.
that you sometimes you forget to sort of enjoy the ride. But now I'm forced to look back and really just be grateful for this amazing time. And what better way to celebrate all of that than to do a tour, and to get to perform in really special places. We started the tour back in February this year, and it's been so much fun. And now I get to visit a couple of really special places here in the U.S., and I'm going to be in Chicago, so I can't wait.
Yes, so Chicago this Friday, and I know that you said obviously you've had so many different collaborations and so many new things that you're learning with a tour that's celebrating so many great moments in your life. How do you pick and choose what songs you actually want to sing? Because I'm sure you have your favorites from back in the day, but you have some new ones from El Viaje as well. So how do you find that balance?
Yeah, it's all about balance. I mean, I think that's the key word. It's all about just kind of figuring out what your audience is like. Every audience is different. Like the shows that we do in Europe tend to be a little bit different than the shows that we do in the US, and the ones that we do in South America are also a little bit different, just because some songs might have like just connected with that audience in a different way. So there's no perfect set list, but I just always try. I mean, there's some songs that obviously have to be there. It's a new tour, so I want to perform obviously songs from the new album, but you also want to just, like, I'm a fan of music, right? And I love to go to a lot of shows. To me, that's going to concerts is like a part of my culture. You know what I
You're
mean?
learning, you're
So, like,
vibing.
if,
Everyone
if
loves
I go,
music.
yeah, so if I go see my favorite artist and he doesn't sing the songs that we all want to hear, I'm like, come on, man. So like there's songs that I have to perform,
Yo no me
and
doy por vencido. Has to.
yeah, that one has to go. That one's always there. And I love performing that song. I still get like sort of like those fun butterflies when I perform songs like No Me Doy Por Vencido, like Aquí Estoy Yo, like Imagíname Sin Ti, which is an important song from my very first album, and obviously songs like Despacito, like Échame la Culpa. So it's a mix. It's a mix of old and new, but I think I'm gonna hit all those songs that people are gonna want to hear.
Oh,
Hopefully, fingers
hopefully, fingers
crossed.
crossed.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be a night filled with a lot of dancing. Reflecting on your career, obviously, we've got a long way to go, right? Because we're not finishing yet. There's still so much more to El Viaje. But when you look back to when you first started in your music career to now, what are some of the things that have changed? Whether that's in the way that you create your music, in the way that you perform, anything like that. Because I know when you first released Comenzare, that was like in the 90s. So what's different now?
A long time ago. Album number one, it was just really about getting my name out there, getting my voice out there, in a world with a lot of sort of male pop artists who were amazing, who were still amazing. I was just trying to find my little, space, and really kind of just show my voice to the world. That first album, I recorded that album in one day. I was given 10 songs. I didn't do any songwriting back then. It was just about signing a record deal and singing,
Yeah.
and making my childhood dream come true. So album two, little by little, it's like, okay, my album one did okay. So I was able to get a second album, which already, it's like, okay, good, we're headed the right way.
When is a
So
win?
album two, I was like, okay, so wait, I'm a songwriter. I want to start doing a little bit of writing, a little bit of producing. I want these songs to sound even more personal. So I got involved with the production side. I got to choose my producer. I got to start doing vocal producing, just learning how it was, you know, working inside a studio. So I became a studio nerd. You know, I stayed with my producer, Rudy Perez, back in the day, and I helped him produce other artists because I really wanted to learn. I sort of turned into an intern. And I would literally, like, I would be done singing my songs and I was like, okay, I want to help you edit these other projects that you're doing, because I figured it would just make me a better producer in the long run.
A better overall artist.
Yeah,
Who
absolutely.
were some of the people that you helped, I guess, tweak their songs, if you're allowed to say?
I don't know if well, he was working on Cristian Castro's album. He was working on, back in the day, I don't know if you guys remember, but Oscar de la Hoya did an album.
I don't remember that, but
Yeah,
look it
he
up.
actually did an album. He actually did an album. I worked a lot on Cristina Aguilera's Spanish album. I actually ended up singing on that album. She invited me to sing a beautiful song called Si No Te Hubiera Conocido with Cristina Aguilera. So I helped her a little bit with, really mostly it was just the pronunciation, the Spanish, and she did such an amazing job. She's an incredible vocalist. So yeah, having said that, you know, album 3, then I started just really getting involved. I created my own little studio, and now, you know, 25 years later, I'm still just learning. You know, I'm still a student of the game. I love what I do. I still get nervous. I still get excited.
That's a good thing.
I still get mad when things don't work out my way, and I think that means that you know, that it's still important.
While you've been experiencing all these different emotions that come with the new tour that you're doing, do you have any stories that I guess kind of remind you of how much growth you've had? Like those kinds of stories that you think you're going to want to tell your kids someday, whether it was of you performing at the Grammys or winning a Latin Grammy, anything like that.
Oh, I mean, you know, there are so many stories to tell, and so many stories that I can't tell. Here's a good story.
Oh, there we go.
I got done performing a song called Nada es para siempre, and I had Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top playing electric guitar next to me, which was like so crazy to kind of give that electric vibe to such a ballad like that. So then I had to change back into my seat outfit, you know, back into the suit after the performance, and then the production team was like, "Come on, you got to get in your seat, hurry, 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 because your nomination
You're gonna win."
Right. When they start pushing you like that, it's because you know, hopefully it's because you're gonna win. It was supposed to be like that. So I'm like running, I'm sweating, I'm putting my suit back, my tie, the whole thing. I'm literally running through the audience. I get in my seat, and then all of a sudden it's like, and the winner of whatever it was, I think it was like Best Latin Album, whatever the heck it was, and it wasn't me. It was Ricardo Arjona, which he's an amazing artist, but
Yeah.
it definitely wasn't me, let's just say. So I was like, you know, I did one of the fake claps. I'm running out of breath. And then and there, I was like, okay, welcome to the real world, you know? But it's been fun since then. I've gotten to win some really cool awards, perform with some really cool people, and that's what really matters.
No, I love it, especially because you've had such a great career musically, but also you've had so much change over the last 25 years for you personally. You're a father now. And I feel like that really changes the way that people think. Do you think that being a dad changed the way that you create music, or just who you are as a person, in your approach to that?
200%. It just changes everything. It changes your outlook on life. So obviously it's going to change, you know, everything, just the way you perform, the way you view life, the way you understand the importance of work, you know, in this sort of balance that you have to keep between the personal side, you know, the family and work, the way you write a song. It's, you know, it all of a sudden it's just not really about me. Before it was all about me, you know, like my career, my success, my failure, you know, this is my tour. Then you get married, then you have kids, and it's like my family, you know what I mean? It's like, it's about them, you know. I want them to be proud of me. I want them to remember me as somebody who really busted their butt to get to where they've gotten, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and plus you want it to be
like
music
an
that's
extra
little, too.
It's like an extra little push you get when you wake up in the morning, you know, and I love having that you know, always with me.
Oh, I love that. And I mean, speaking of kids, I don't know if you heard that over the weekend, Justin Bieber actually just had his baby with Hailey Bieber, and I
Yeah.
know you guys worked very closely in Despacito. Do you have any advice for Justin Bieber now that he's a new dad that you can tell him, because you've got two?
He's gonna do amazing. I think both of them. They're gonna be great parents. I got to work with Justin, and it was amazing to work with him. I got to perform the song as well with him in Puerto Rico. It was a special night. And I don't think I'm qualified to be giving advice. The thing about being a dad is you just learn as you go, and if you do things with a good heart, you're gonna be a good dad. And he's got a huge heart, and I know Haley does as well. So they're gonna do great.
Oh, I love it. And that's even such a dad response. You're like, all you got to do is learn.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. It's like I'm learning as I go. But I'm enjoying it.
I know that originally Despacito, it was you and Daddy Yankee, right? When
Yes.
did the idea of getting Justin Bieber in there actually start? And how much did he have to practice his Spanish? I need to know how many takes that took.
Well, the Justin idea was I give him all the credit because it was him who approached me to be a part of the remix. The song, we released the song in early 2017. It was in January. I think it was like the second week of January, and I want to say somewhere like around March or April is when Justin reached out. He was doing a tour in South America, so he just kept on hearing the song everywhere. Yeah,
He's like,
everywhere
I
he
want
went,
this.
it was like that darn song. So he was actually in Colombia when he called, and I was on a promo tour overseas. I was in Paris, France. I will never forget the phone call. And he's like, I want to record the song tomorrow. I was like, okay. I was like, I can't be there because I'm a little far, but just do your thing. I mean, you know what you're doing. So I sent him all the parts, all the tracks. I even sent him an English translation, just everything. He's like, no, man, I'm going to do my thing. I was like, even better. Just you know what you're doing. So he did a great job, and it's not an easy song to sing. It's got a lot of lyric, and it's all very, very fast. So
Yes.
even for us fluent Spanish speakers, it's a little bit of a trabalengua. It's a little bit of a tongue twister. So imagine for him, who doesn't speak the language, I think he put a lot of effort. He wanted it to sound, as perfect as possible, and I think he did an amazing job. So my hat's off to him.
I don't know if you know, but the DNC was here in Chicago last week, and
Yes,
when
I saw it.
Puerto Rico came out in the roll call, they
They
used
put the song.
Despacito.
Yes, let's
Yes.
go.
How does it feel to have one of the most popular songs in the world? Like, I feel like you're probably out at a restaurant and that song will come on.
Yeah, it's a little awkward.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. I think it's special. It's special to know that I was part of something, you know, of a song that did a lot for Latin music and music in general. I'm blessed that I got to work with amazing people. I give them a lot of credit. Everybody involved in the song, and now we get to celebrate that, during this tour. So I can't wait for you guys to come out September 30th. I'm going to be in Chicago, and I want it to be a really, really a special show. So I hope you guys come out.
Is there anything special that you think people need to look forward to, or do you just want people there with all the energia?
Yeah, a lot of energía. It's going to be it's really going to be like my new album is called El Viaje. This is going to be un viaje. It's going to be a journey from day one to now, and you're going to hear all those songs that you're going to sort of remember, and you're going to be like, hey, I wonder if he's. And there's a lot of surprises, a lot of medleys, a lot of choreography, a lot of sort of romantic moments. I'm really enjoying the set list. It's so much fun. We've been doing it since February this year.
Yeah. So you're
And
perfecting it.
every show is getting better and better and better. So it's gonna be special. Can't wait to see you
Amazing.
guys.
Well, thank you so much, Luis Fonsi. We're so happy that you're going to be here in Chicago. Aquí nos vemos, and at the top of our lungs, we're all going to say, Yo no me doy por vencido. And it's going to be great.
I'm gonna be looking out for that. So you better be there singing that
I
song.
will. I will. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Appreciate it. Can't wait to see you guys.